So I've got like 3 jobs left this year. 2021 is pretty much done for me. I'm kind of, it's over. The year is finished. I've done everything I sort of set out to do, bar the odd little bit. So I think it's time to look at my fuck-ups. Now, as with all years, 2021 has not been without the odd blunder for me. I have made a myriad of mistakes, from dropping lenses and smashing them, to failing to check that I was insured for them, which I was, but I hadn't checked, and many other such kerfuffles. So, let's take a look at where I've really let the ball slip this year. Now, the first one has been with my workshops that I've been running online. I tried to do too many of them this year, and although one a month didn't seem like such a big deal when I had the idea, it was too much, and I didn't need to do that many. Yes, they all sold out, and that's great, but the pressure it put me under to produce them was just off the scale. And also, I didn't have a good system, because we sell 100 tickets in advance at a discount rate. 50% of the people email me up front. So by the time I've done 10 of those workshops, that's a lot of emails. Now, I had no system for this, so I just ended up replying to all whenever somebody emailed me anything, just to make sure anyone with the same question, didn't have to bother me. I should have done more of a soft launch for this. Or I should have got somebody in to help me with that side of things, but I didn't. And that has been a huge stress for me, dealing with the sheer volume of emails. Which brings me through to the next big mistake I made, and that was hiring staff too late. I waited until I was literally working 7-day weeks until I hired people in to come and work here as like studio staff. And that was a huge mistake. That was a real big mistake. And I could have saved myself a lot of stress and a lot of sleep deprivation if I'd have just outsourced more stuff. And then being able to, once I have outsourced stuff and people mess it up, just go, that's cool, have another go. I really struggled with letting things go, but I think now, having found a few people to work here, it's definitely a better situation. My inbox is no longer looking at like 10,000 emails. It's normally at like 200 to 300 by the end of the day. So it's a lot better, and a lot more work is getting produced, and a lot more gross revenue is being created, which is good. That is the point of the business. Now, something that I do every year is test shoots, and I always have this insane desire to do as many of them as possible. And this year I really messed up a few. I was tired. I was coming in off the back of commercial jobs, or we're in pre-production for commercial jobs, and I was trying to cram in test shoots, and some of them haven't seen the light of day. So I've just wasted my time, I've wasted a stylist's time, I've wasted the staff's time, and everyone who was involved in the creation, just creating bad images because I wasn't right on the day. I wasn't rested enough, I wasn't ready to go, and I should have had more time out and more rest and relaxation. Which is easy to say in hindsight, but with the pandemic, with doing homeschooling, I was very involved in the homeschooling process. I felt like I'd got behind, so I just started running and sort of trying to, get back on time with myself. And obviously, inevitably, I got ill, which is not ideal. And then the last big mistake I made, which is one that you can all try and avoid as well, is something which I make every year. Every year I say to myself, nightmare clients, I won't deal with them. People who seem to be difficult, I'm not going to work with them. I don't need to. I don't need the money to do those jobs. I don't need the stress to do those jobs. Why am I doing these jobs? 3 times this year, I did horrific jobs, which I could have told you from the outset. These will be horrific jobs. Don't do these, Scott. These will end badly. The client will be a nightmare. The brief will keep moving. The goalposts will be all over the place. The money's not enough. Don't touch these clients. Let them go to somebody else. Let somebody else be that person. But as always, I went, do you know what? Maybe they won't be. Maybe they're just having a bad day today. We'll work with them. We'll send them an estimate. We'll send them a quote. We'll do the job. Every single time when I thought this might be a bad idea, it has turned out that it has been a bad idea. So if you are having those sorts of feelings of, not so sure about this person, run a mile. Run a mile straight away unless you really need the money. Anyway, they're my big mistakes of the year. I'd love to hear what yours are. I'd love to hear what you've done catastrophically wrong to make me feel a bit better about myself, basically. But also let me know what's gone well for you, what you've achieved this year that you might not have managed otherwise. My main goal this year was to shoot a major campaign for McDonald's. I did not achieve that. We came close, but we didn't get it. So that was a big thing for me, which didn't happen. So maybe next year it's going to be pushed over to my list of to-dos or must-have shoots. But other things have gone well, I guess, so I can't be too grumbly and complainy. And Moggy's pretty happy. There we go, Moggy way there. Moggy's had a really good year of growing. Look how big she is. She's like a giant floof. You're quite wet at the moment. You've been cleaning yourself. So she's had a good year. She's all happy. She's enjoyed coming to work every day, haven't you?